1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, hey everyone out there in Banjo land, Mike Heading here, coming to you today with the classic murder ballad, Banks of the Ohio. Man, I thought this was a happy song until I listened to the lyrics. But this is a great tune to work on playing the melody in a bluegrass banjo style. It's also a great one for beginners to work on their backup. The chords are just a little bit different. You still got G, C, and D, but we're going to mix them up in a different order and for different lengths of time. So this is a really good one to practice your backup if you're, need a little bit of help working on G, C, and D and doing some basic rolls and vamping. I'm going to break the whole tune down note for note, show you a bunch of backup stuff you can do, and then explain the difference between playing it straight versus playing it with a little bit of a swing or a bounce feel. So we're going to talk about that as well. If you like the lesson, head on over to MikeHeadingMusic.com and check out the rest of it. Alright, here we go. Here's Banks of the Ohio. Alright, here's the first three measures of Banks of the Ohio. Let me play it and then I'll break it down. One more time. So let's start with the pickup. We're going to start on the and of beat 1. And we're going to start with our index finger of our right hand on the open third string. So the best way to do this is to count beat 1 and then you're going to play on the and of beat 1 with your index finger. So it sounds like this. 1 and. And then we're going to go down to the second fret of the fourth string and play a quarter note with a thumb of our right hand. So 1 and 2. Then we're going to do a hammer-on, open 2 on the fourth string, and I'm going to play that with the thumb of my right hand. Then I'm going to go back up to the open third string, I'm going to play that note with my thumb. So the whole thing sounds like this. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. So I'm doing 3 thumbs in a row after that first index finger of my right hand, and that'll help you play the timing of that. Don't go too fast on that part, really count it out. So it's 1 and 2, 3 and 4. One more time. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. And if that first pickup note's really throwing you off or giving you trouble, you can just take that out and let the whole, first beat have a rest. So it'd be 1, 2, 3 and 4. So that's another way, kind of an easier way to do it if that first note's kind of throwing you off. But it's kind of a cool little syncopated banjo, pickup, so it's a good one to have in your arsenal. So try it one more time, really count it out. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Other recommendation is don't hammer on too quick. Give that a full eighth note, so it's 3 and 4. And that's why I'm using 2 thumbs in a row there to kind of help me slow down a little bit. Okay? Now I'm going into measure 2. We're going to do a forward reverse roll with a 2-4 slide on the third string. So I'm starting on the third string with my thumb of my right hand. So I'm doing a forward roll, TIM, 3, 2, 1. And I'm sliding up right as I do that. So 1 and 2. Same thing with your hammer on. Don't slide too quick. Give that full eighth note. Let that slide take up a full eighth note. So right when I get up to that 4, I'm plucking the index finger of my right hand on the open second string. Then I'm going to hit the open fifth string. Then I'm going to go backwards. 1, first string, second string, and then do a 3-2 pull off. And then hit one more middle on the open first string, and then open third string to end measure, or start measure 3. So the whole measure 2 sounds like this. It's a really common bluegrass banjo lick. So I'm going into measure 3 there with that last open third string. This could be a good one to loop, practice your speed a little bit. Most important thing about that lick is make sure your right hand doesn't slow down when you're doing those slides and your pull-offs. Let's break it down. Let's listen to just the right hand once. So I'm pretending they're all zeros. So there's no pause in that right hand at all. straight eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So when you add the slide and the hammer on back in, make sure you don't pause, which is a really common beginner mistake. Keep your right hand moving whether you get those slides or the pull-offs at all. Keeping your right hand moving will actually help you cover up if you kind of botch that slide or the pull-off a little bit. Okay? So here's measure 1 and 2 together. So 1. So now I'm going into measure 3. So we're starting open 3rd string. That's a quarter note. Then we're going to hit 5th string and then 1st string with 8th note. So it's 1, 2, and then we're going down to the 4th fret of the 4th string, doing that as a quarter note. Then I'm going to pinch the open 3rd string and open 1st string. So measure 3 sounds like this. Good one to practice your counting if you're a beginner. 1, 2, and 3, 4. One more time. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Now we're going to go into a D chord. We're going to put the 2nd fret down on the 3rd string. And I'm going to do that same pinch, thumb and middle finger. And that's a quarter note as well. So 1, then we're going to go up to the 5th string and roll forward. 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1. So we're doing that roll twice. So we got a quarter note at the beginning and then 2 forward rolls. Sounds like this. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. So you'll notice with the right hand we're using 2 thumbs in a row at the beginning. That's actually going to help us play that pause. So 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. Okay? So 3 and 4 together sound like this. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. Measure 5, we're going to keep rolling forward, same 5, 3, 1, 1 and 2, and then we're going to do one more open 5th string, so that gives us 1 and 2 and, then we're going to do 2 pinches in a row with our index and middle fingers, first on the 3rd and 1st string, and keeping that 2nd fret down, then we're going to go up to the open 2nd string and 1st string. And then we're actually going to pinch one more time for measure 6 on the 1st fret of the 2nd string and the open 1st string. So let me play that part. It's measure 5. Sounds like this. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Give those pinches plenty of time. You get those are quarter notes. So 1 and 2, 3, 4. Now here's measure 6.